There's nothing better than having a nice glass of wine in the comfort of your very own home after a long day. In the past, we used to think of storing wine in the homes as just going down into the basement in a cold, dark wine cellar. That's not necessarily the case anymore. Thanks to the increasing trend of first-floor wine rooms, now getting a bottle of wine is just a few steps away. First-floor wine rooms are growing in popularity among homeowners these days. When Eric Greenfield and his wife were remodeling their home, he says they got tired of always walking downstairs to get a bottle of wine. So they decided to move their cellar upstairs to the first floor of their home. All right, Eric, so we're just steps from your kitchen in the middle of your family room. What made you decide to build your wine cellar in the middle of all of this activity?
Yeah, we entertain a lot. We had a china closet in the family room, which, after a little bit of convincing and a couple bottles of wine, convinced my wife we should turn it into a little wine cellar.
So once you convinced your wife the china was out and the wine was in, what did you do, call a contractor?
I did. I had a lot of questions and misconceptions about mold and venting and how you pull something like this off. So we interviewed 3 different groups, found a group that was a good fit for us, and took the time and really had the know-how how to pull this off properly.
That group was Home Comfort, and builder Craig Milner had a large task at hand. Craig, when you got the call saying they wanted to turn this closet into a wine cellar, what did you do?
Well, once our team came out and went over the scope of work, we started removing all the old shelving from the china closet. There was a drop ceiling in here. We removed all that, went ahead and insulated all the walls. We lowered the ceiling because the ceiling was originally higher. We wanted to keep it lower for cooling purposes.
And cooling is important. Why is cooling so important?
Cooling is important because the wine needs to be a certain temperature to help preserve it. This Whisper Cool's nice unit. It's good and compact. Has this temperature sensing probe that you just insert into the bottle here. Controls the whole unit, keeps the temperature correct for all the wine storage.
There's different kinds of wood. Is it oak or cherry wood? What type of wood do you use in the wine cellar?
This is a redwood. It can handle the humidity and the cool temperatures well without warping or cracking or anything like that. This is unfinished. You can get it in a pre-finished stain, or you could finish it yourself if you'd like. It's all preference on what your design is you're going for and what kind of look you would like.
When building a wine room, you have to take into consideration storage and accessibility. Then aesthetics like glass doors, shelving, flooring, and lighting all come into play.
The building materials in a wine cellar can vary as much as building materials in any house.
Rick Grigsby with ChicagoWineCellarExpert.com created and constructed one of the largest wine rooms in the Midwest.
The only thing we have to remember is that we have to provide, if we're going to chill it, we have to provide an envelope that we can seal so that I can prevent warm, moist air from coming in.
This collection belongs to Chicago businessman Gary Weber. It consists of nearly 14,000 bottles of wine and is just steps away from his kitchen.
This was a storage room when we first came here in 1998, and it was always my dream to have my wine, which I consider like my baby's, present within, arm's reach. Got tired of having 6 or 7 different storage facilities. Here I have all the wine in pretty much one place, and they're bar-coded and pretty much find what it is that I'm looking for.
No matter the size of your collection, when designing your wine room, you have to consider a proper cooling and venting system.
So this is going to be the coldest room in the house, winter or summer. So as such, heat's always going to try to infiltrate, and you have to keep the warm, moist air out of the wine cellar.
While the Weber's wine room is luxurious, it is a high-end option. It's feasible to hire a contractor and build the perfect size wine room for you and your family, exactly where you want it to be.
Absolutely love it. It is the best thing we've done for the house. It's really brought everyone closer together. I get to be a part of the festivities, and it's the focal point of the house.
So remember, there's a lot to consider when building a first-floor wine room. Cost and space are extremely important. Also, cooling and venting. But then the sky's the limit when it comes to how you want to design it. Then you can kick back, relax, and enjoy a nice glass of vino in your very own home. Cheers!